Believe that this ain't two-hand touch, clown. Feel the pain, we bleed for a touchdown. And that's game. It's psycho, the klepto, the team is echo. I'll intercept your pass and do my dance when I score. When I score.
Yeah, watch me score. Check it. Yo, when it comes to the competition, I got none. Don't worry about the opposition. I spot them, shake them off like dandruff and drop them. I'm the cat they call the slaughter raps and raw. Hardcore like this track, like a jock strap. MVPs, I got that. From Little League to two-hand touch, couldn't be touched. Now I'm all Madden and the ring is a plus. Got the players on the sideline hating too much. But as long as I keep ripping, it's all written. Hits are still hitting. Every time I score, I got your coach spitting. And that's a score.
Competition, Madden 2001. Yo, listen closely, kid. Before I have to sack you to the ground.
Check it, check it.
Did you see that? It's real on the field, so believe that. This ain't two-hand touch, clown. Feel the pain, we bleed for a touchdown. And that's game. It's psycho, the klepto, the team is echo. I'll intercept your pass and do my dance when I score. When I score.
Yeah, watch me score. Check it. Yo, when it comes to the competition, I got none. Don't worry about the opposition. I spot them, shake them off like dandruff and drop them. I'm the cat they call the slaughter raps and raw. Hardcore like this track, like a jock strap. MVPs, I got that. From Little League to two-hand touch, couldn't be touched. Now I'm all Madden and the ring is a plus. Got the players on the sideline hating too much. But as long as I keep ripping, it's all written. Hits are still hitting. Every time I score, I got your coach spitting. And that's a score.
Competition, Madden 2001. Yo, listen closely, kid. Before I have to sack you.
What is going on, everyone? Obi-Wan back at it again here in Madden 2001 for the PS1. We are continuing the great games ever. At least in the... What is... Get myself on mute. I mean, from the beginning of the NFL to 2000, some great games, and one of the greatest games is the NFL Championship of 1958. In this NFL Championship game, the Baltimore Colts tied the score with 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter and sent the game into the first sudden death overtime in history. The Colts eventually scored to win 23-17, start at the Colts' own 14-yard line with 1:56 remaining in overtime and try and pull off this dramatic victory. Dealing with the history of the 58 game, was it really the greatest game ever played? No, but if anything, it put the NFL on the map when it comes to a awesome fuel. As a matter of fact, let's just also go to the highlights. Again, this is from atomjackfuser. The link is in the description to not only check him out, but also subscribe over to him. And also make sure you check out myself over on YouTube and vice versa with Twitch. Also make sure you check out Senjecko 3 and Skellatron 101, as I will put the links in the description right now. And yeah, so let's go there and then we will jump into the 58 championship game.
Big game, they're all big.
Got a little butterflies? If you don't, work them up. You ought to have just a little bit of butterflies, just a little bit of shake.
the long and storied history of the NFL, there have been over 7,000 football games. Although there are degrees of importance in every contest, very few attain the status of greatness. A memorable football game is as rare as a masterpiece painting, but also very similar. For like a fine work of art, there is a good deal of subjectivity when it comes to defining its beauty, power, and significance. What is it that makes some games burn brightly even in the dimmest corridors of our memory? To many purists, they are the contests dominated by fiercely aggressive defense. Contact is indeed the most stimulating essence of the sport. But historically, what brings people out of their seats and onto their feet are those gripping affairs where great defense very grudgingly yields to an all-out effort on offense. The great games involve fans as much as players. They are the ones that stretch the emotions of the populace with cheers and tears. So much so that fans and players alike are often mentally and physically drained by game's end. Above all, the truly classic contests are those whose outcome are seemingly decided by some higher order. They are the suspenseful affairs that are only resolved in the final seconds, when desperate men sketch images of victory that, like masterpieces of art, remain forever frozen in time. There have been over 7,000 games played in the NFL. Only a select few stand out as the very best that have ever been played. Most discussions about great football games begin and end with Alan Amici's touchdown and the Baltimore Colts' sudden death victory in the 1958 championship. No game in NFL history is more revered than this overtime epic that began on an unusually mild late December day in New York City. The high-profile Giants featured the likes of Frank Gifford, Alex Webster, Sam Huff, and a coaching staff that included two talented young assistants. To many observers, they had a clear edge over Weeb Eubank's very jittery Baltimore Colts.
In the locker room, everybody's nervous. For the first time we've ever played in the championship game in the Yankee Stadium, and Weeb's going down. Each guy, he brought each guy in. He drafted, he knew us, and he's going down, saying where we came from. He picked us up off the sandlots. He had a great speech. But about 5 or 6 of us never heard it because we were in the head throwing up. We were nervous.
Ironically, once the game began, it was the more seasoned Giants who did some coughing up. Led by quarterback Johnny Unitas, Baltimore took advantage of numerous Giant fumbles to forge a 14-3 halftime lead. A blowout appeared imminent, especially when the Colts drove to the Giant goal line early in the third quarter.
At first we tried just, going over from about the 1 yard line. The ground was rather frozen down on that end of the field. And I didn't get good footing, and I tried 3 times and couldn't get in from the 1 yard line. So John, in his most inventive way, called me to throw a pass. It was going to be a pitch out, and then Jim Mutchler was to release from his block and then end up in the end zone. Not having heard that play before, I completely blew it, and I thought it was a sweep. So I got tackled for about a 5-yard loss, and then the whole momentum of that game changed.
In a contest that had equal mixtures of Greek comedy and tragedy, the Giants haphazardly stumbled back. Alex Webster's timely effort following Kyle Rote's fumble set up one Giant touchdown. And in the fourth quarter, the suddenly high-flying hometowners grabbed the lead on Frank Gifford's score. Giant fans dreamed of a championship. With just 2 minutes remaining, it was only a first down away. But a controversial call on Frank Gifford's attempt to gain it on 3rd and 4 began what would be a giant nightmare.
I think they blew the call. There's a mental thing in your head when you have a 3rd down and a yard to go or half a yard or whatever it happened to be. You know when you've made it. I didn't even look over to the yardstick.
Frank, you should have. New York punted, pinning the Colts far back. The lead seemed safe. What happened next, however, altered the course of professional football. Johnny Unitas desperately drove Baltimore downfield. Stunned Giant fans watched in horror. But NFL executives looked on in glee. For the first time, a nationally televised championship mesmerized millions of viewers. Many more tuned in just in time to witness Steve Myra's game-tying field goal and the NFL's first venture into sudden death.
It was very strange. You know, we were all asking each other what happens next, or, you know, the rules weren't too clear on that. So, but that's again where a guy like Unitas always stepped in there. He was the brains of the outfit, no question about it.
Baltimore lost the coin toss. But after the Giants failed again in their opening drive, the third-year quarterback picked up where he left off in regulation. Although only a field goal was needed, the cocky Unitas left little doubt that with the title on the line, he was leaving nothing to chance.
Well, I was just thinking about a score. I would really, you know, the field goal really never entered my mind. I never have put too much strength on field goals myself. I'd rather go for a touchdown. I knew right then and there that we had the ball game won.
John was somewhat criticized for not calling a timeout there and going for the field goal. I think a lot of people have forgotten that it was 3rd down. They thought we were going for it on 4th. But in the event that we missed it, we still had, you know, time for the field goal. But an interesting thing on that play, which was the genius of the Unitas, and a lot of people missed this. We were on the right hash mark, and everybody in the world, including the Giants, thought we were going to go for an off tackle to the left, and if we missed, we'd be right smack in front of the goalpost. And John just took that little bit of a gamble and ran to the right on that play, and everybody was stacked to the left. And he had Lenny Moore there, who was not known as a great blocker, and he threw a key block, and it was wide open. I mean, there wasn't anything to the play.
Through the years, this dramatic championship has been elevated to legendary proportions. Yet legends die hard. Despite well-documented evidence to the contrary, the grandeur of this game is something of a myth.
People have built it up to be such a great game, and it was a good game, but it was far from a great game.
That game was probably the greatest game for the National Football League because of the notoriety of it. But I don't think that game was that good a game, really. I don't think it was the best game ever played.
You know, it wasn't a picture-perfect type game. I think it was just a dramatic ending that most people remember. And it was the greatest game I ever played in, I'll put it that way.
Alrighty then, so that was the context to the 58 game. We are not in Yankee Stadium when we're in the Colts RCA Stadium, but you get the gist of it, right? So let's go with the mid ISO and we will go from there. Alrighty then, well there you go. So again, I thought it was going to be nice and easy. It'll probably take 2 hours to do that, so there you go. And all you have to do is catch the ball more, but no. Oh, he missed it! Oh, damn right. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, so can we stop doing that? Well, it's gonna be quick, they say. Well, this would be a good game, they say. Oh, okay. Alright, can we not throw an interception? I mean, that would be great. Be fantastic. Oh, you man. You know, I'm gonna just start running the ball. Or, you know, we're just going to stay in the dime, stay in the man-to-man. Hopefully we can get a sack. Maybe get another missed field goal. Can you tackle? Thank you. I mean, I know Gifford's a pretty good running back, but still, you need to tackle him. Alright, so we're just going to try and run the ball, and hopefully that'll get us a touchdown. Because I'm respecting Johnny Unitas, but still the man threw 3 interceptions in less than 5 minutes, so. My mistake, Freddie. Hope you're doing good.
Three wide receivers.
Hey, look at that. You completed a pass. Way to go.
Reception. Number 45 is the deep back. Number 45 gets the toss.
And again, that was my fault, Freddie. My bad. But again, hope you're doing well.
Number 45 gets the carry. Number 76 with the takedown at the 27. Loss of about 3 on the play. Nickel back in this time. Number 19.
Hey, look at that. Pass in the middle. Way to go.
Number 82 catches a bullet for the first down.
And it's a good thing he caught it. You don't want to drop those passes for first down.
Nickel back in this time. Number 19 lets it fly. The Colts line up with 3 wide receivers. Throws it out over the...
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Number 85 with the tackle at the 48.
He just stepped in front of that one. He saw his opportunity, and boom, he took it.
Quick drop. Number 42 throws a bullet, but it falls incomplete.
That pass was thrown with so much velocity on it that the receiver never caught up with it.
Big set this time. Number 42 out over to the left. Three wide. Number 44, the man in motion. Number 42.
Oh, good hit.
Number 4 skies this punt.
Number 23 had a nice return on that punt.
And no matter how good a punt is, it doesn't mean anything if your team can't stop the return.
Number 45 is the deep back. Number 45 tucks it away.
Oh, that's not a penalty. All right, man.
Number 19 to throw. Complete. They'll line up in the I formation. Number 19 with the pass. Number 45 with the reception. Number 19 had a nice quick release on that pass.
And when you talk about precision passing, that's what you mean.
Nickel back in this time. Man in motion. Number 19.
Oh, alrighty then. Well, there you go.
Number 70 with the tackle at the 45. Number 19 had a nice quick release on that pass.
And when you talk about precision passing, that's what you mean.
Nickel back in this time. Directing traffic down there. He tucks it away. 4-yard gain on the play. The Colts line up with 3 wide receivers. Number 19 passes right. Number 45 made everyone miss him that play.
And I'll tell you what, when you talk about dangerous receivers, well, that's what they mean. The most dangerous thing you can do after the catch is to stretch it into that kind of game.
The Colts line up with 3 wide receivers. He gets the carry. Number 19 with 3 wide receivers. Number 45 gets the toss. Picked up 6 yards that time. Ninth play of this drive. Looks like he's calling an audible. He tucks it away. Three wide receivers.
All right, so I'm looking for 84, if not maybe Lenny Moore, which is number 24. Oh, got Lenny. That's what I'm talking about.
Number 21 makes the stop at the 3. Number 24 made everyone miss him that play.
And I'll tell you what, when you talk about dangerous receivers, well, that's what they mean.
Here we go. Still a plunge. Let's go up the gut.
Is to stretch it into that kind of game.
The Colts line up with 3 wide.
Up the gut!
He hands it off. Play of this drive.
Up the gut!
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
All right, so next time, maybe don't throw interceptions. I think that would be good. Good strategy going to the 3rd greatest game ever. All right, let's get out of here. Save. And then we could probably do game 3 later on tonight after training, so. But again, really appreciate y'all checking me out. The 62 Oilers at the 62 Texans, which is now the Chiefs. So we will stop right here. Again, really appreciate y'all checking me out. I am not sure what will happen later on tonight, but again, make sure you leave that subscribe, leave that follow if you're over on Twitch. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will see y'all next time. Until then, Obi-Wan out. Again, shout out to Godman. Shout out to Freddy123 for the audio issues. That was my fault. But nonetheless, y'all take care. Have a good one.